organization was established in the 70s, 1977 to be precise, by Dr. Hugh Austin Pilkington, who had a belief that education had the power to transform society and contribute to lasting peace within the region and in Africa. The DAFI Scholarship Initiative is actually a scholarship program that provides scholarship opportunities to refugees to access post-secondary institutions of learning, tertiary learning institutions, and universities, in the Kenyan context, largely public universities, to pursue different academic courses. In this year, the 2022-2023 period, we are supporting 694 students from 8 nationalities, spread out across over 34 institutions of learning. The strategic goals of the DAFI scholarship program is, number one, to ensure that there's promotion of self-reliance amongst the population that we're working with, because we believe with skills, acquisition of skills, the scholars are able to be self-reliant. Number two, to ensure there's promotion of integration of scholars in the communities, and also pending durable solutions. So whether they're here in the country in Kenya, or whether they resettle to third countries, or basically return back home. The goal globally, in terms of the partnership that supports DAFI, anchored centrally by the UNHCR, and this initiative that was founded by the German government, is to ultimately contribute to this number rising to about 15% by 2030. As DAFI marks its 30th anniversary, it's a testimony to the resilience, first of all, of the scholars, the refugee scholars that the program has supported over the 3 decades. These are actually youth who have actually undergone traumatic experiences, either directly or indirectly in terms of displacement of their families, and live in difficult circumstances. But I'm very happy and encouraged on the triumph of their resilience and the human spirit that basically ensures that they're very committed to their studies despite the difficult circumstances. Only a few are able to access these scholarship opportunities, and as the numbers increase over the years, more and more students hopefully will be able to benefit from this. As I mentioned earlier, the goal is to ensure the percentage point moves from where it is currently to at least 15% of qualified and deserving students. So we have different cadres of students and alumni who are making contributions to society over this 3 decades that DAFI is actually marking. So we have scholars who basically have returned home, are actually playing very leading roles in terms of government positions, and generally contributing to world peace, which is one of the beliefs and the foundations of our founders as an institution. In terms of how the award basically works, it's a very open, transparent process. So what basically happens is that there are opportunities that are basically advertised based on the resources, existing resources, and this is made public to the population of concern, the large refugees in the urban spaces of Kenya, but also in the refugee camps where we work, which in this case is Dadaab, Kakuma, and the Kalobey Integrated Settlement. And qualified refugees are then able to make applications that are then basically reviewed and awards made based on merit. And once that is basically done, we work with the students through the period of their studies. So the scholarship is structured in such a way that we are not only providing for the financial resources, in this case tuition fees, allowances to ensure that students are able to get their study materials, their accommodation, their subsistence, but we also work with the students through mentoring, academic counseling, connections to the market players, to ensure that we are producing all-rounded scholars who are basically ready for the market and that they are able to be self-reliant. So we work with the students and support them through their studies throughout the period of placement in schools. Provide attachments, industrial attachments, just to ensure that scholars also get to know what basically is happening in the market. And then we also have the element of those who have basically benefited from these scholarships over the years, who have a very robust alumni, and this is an alumni that basically has scholars who are from various fields. So we have alumni in the medical field, in the various arts and humanities, in politics, in the law field, and then they're able to mentor the scholars at this level of education, but also organize to reach out to scholars who are yet to get to the tertiary level of education, so that then their engagements, even in secondary schools back in the refugee camps, to ensure that the young minds that we're also working with at that level are nurtured to aspire to perform in school and access some of these pathways that are awarded based on merit. So we are very, very happy and excited and very grateful to UNHCR and its partners, the German government, that basically have initiated this and continue to support refugee scholars through the DAFI initiative, not just within Kenya, but also in the other parts of the world.